Morning everyone, welcome to DOdaily. Wake up to walk. It's Des here, ready to attack the day, process what's gone and look forward to the weekend ahead. Of course, I'm out and about, as I always am on a Friday morning, getting in an early walk. Today, I found some water. Always love to find water, use it for its calming influence. Whilst I am thoughtful and thinking how things have worked, I'm at a place called Highfields Boating Lake. It's part of the university grounds in Nottingham. Absolutely stunning place to visit. Just show you around me. Whilst it's not as early as normal, there is people already about using the lake. Not any in view there, but there is plenty of boats on there. Plenty of kids on the park as well, enjoying the start of another fine day. It's not particularly warm, but it's not cold either. Just found a really nice little spot with a bench looking out over the water. That's particularly nice, particularly enjoyable. So again, just a great place to be. Adding to a few miles walk, and just doing what I do every single week, what I take so much fun, what I enjoy, and just that chance, as I keep reiterating, of taking some time back and easing in to another busy period. It is going to be a busy weekend, lots to look forward to. Going away to football tomorrow, always an occasion on its own. It's always a full day's worth, but always really enjoyable as well. A chance to meet up with the guys, people who enjoy doing what I do, love a passion for what I do. So it's great to be around that kind of enthusiasm. And of course, the whole forest thing is going quite well at the moment. Mentioned how excited I am about the Premier League and all the new signings and everything that comes with that kind of thing. But I'm not going to go on about that too much. That's just my plans for tomorrow. And then I'll have a quietish Sunday with the running club, which is a great way for me to wind down as well. Just pretty much like this is before going again next week. Again, pretty much like this is in terms of the weekend. It's great just to have things to look forward to. But before all that, I take this opportunity to think back about the things that have been said. Wasn't just said for something to say. Of course, through DOdaily, what I'm trying to be is honest and relatable. Trying to inspire and motivate people to keep enjoying what they do. I spoke there about what I do and keep doing it, if it works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But also to find ways to keep it enjoyable, keep the activity levels up. Of course, on a Friday, it's all about starting the day with some activity, get those endorphins flowing. So when I get to work, when I set about all the things I need to do, it's a lot more pleasurable, I guess. It's not necessarily the word I'd always use, but it just puts me in a better position to do it. Being out here, like I say, with the calming influence of the water, seeing other people getting about their day with a smile on the face, kids running around, absolutely brilliant. And in such a fantastic location as well, where I know I've been here before. I've actually done wake up to walk here before, but don't visit it here all that often, considering it's right on my doorstep. It's somewhere that I've not been a great deal for a walk around. There's some amazing stepping stones over the other side. I'll show you those if I get an opportunity, but I'll take plenty of pictures, post them up on the end for you to enjoy. Of course, I enjoy taking pictures as well. And when I get to a location like this, just climbing up a little bit, so hopefully you'll get a slightly better view. Just climbing up, walking around a lake. A lake is always brilliant for a good walk round, isn't it? Mentioned how calming the water is. That's been proven to be good for mental health, but the nature of the surroundings as well is also a real positive impact on our spirit and feeling. And when it comes to spirit and feeling, it's been another week where it's just been building. Of course, I've got a massive couple of weeks ahead of me in the final stages of wedding planning. 2 weeks tomorrow. It's getting really exciting now. Massive day, still probably the biggest day of my life. It will be the biggest day of my life, but again, it's something to really look forward to, isn't it? And when I'm feeling like I am, spent the last few weeks almost trying to find a way to make things work that little bit better, you know, to make it a bit easier for myself to fit everything in. Made some readjustments, and this week, I guess what I've been speaking about, trying to make sense of, is the fact that it's all starting to work back in my favour. Initially, when I readjusted my plans, everything seemed to be up in the air, but I wasn't put off by that. And the encouragement this week is just been to keep to your idea. If you believe in something, stay with it. Just show you a view there. It don't actually do it justice from where I'm stood, but an amazing view. But yeah, this week has been almost a reassurance that if you stick to your idea, if you believe in what you're doing, if you know you're doing it for the right reasons, it all comes back to you eventually. Just started to see the signs of that happening. It's been a bit of a slow burner. It's not happened as quickly as I wanted it to, but again, I wasn't put off, and that's the important thing, isn't it? Not to be completely put off. When you've got an idea and you know ultimately it's going to be for the best of all concerned, you've just got to stick with it. And that's what I've been doing. Made a real effort to get my DOdaily on time. Of course, because this is something I kind of do for myself whilst I'm looking to support others, I kind of use it for myself as well, to process everything, to understand where I'm at. Sometimes it gets pushed to the bottom of the pile, and we just have to remember at times to make sure we don't forget about ourselves. And again, part of that decision making process to change one or two things that I'll do for others, you know, which if I'm honest, I feel a little bit guilty about, you know, is all to make things better in terms of my output later on, so I can offer that little bit more and a much slicker offering, I guess. You know, be better at the things I do and be more sort of committed and ready and prepared to do it because I'm not so tired. To this point, I've almost been working every day on running groups and coaching and putting something out there, of course, on top of DOdaily. So it has been quite tough, but I've realised that I've just got to take that little bit of time back. Friday's always been the great example of that, isn't it? Friday's been the example of getting out there on my own, something I've now done for 2.5 years, really early, really find an opportunity to soul search, dig deep and sort of get into my own conscience, because I take this time on my own, as well as seeing fantastic places, you know, being amongst all this nature. It's just brilliant. So what I'm looking to do at different points throughout the week is just find that little bit of time to take back. And like I say, because of all that, my spirit's fantastic. I'm getting to a point near the wedding where it feels like things are starting to ease off rather than get too hectic right at the end and too stressful. I keep maintaining to Kay that it's got to be a nice, enjoyable experience. You know, she wants that too, but of course these things can get a little bit stressful and a little bit full on with such a commitment and such a big day in store. You know, it can get really tough to get it all in. But the reasons I've done what I've done is because not only in the build up to the big day, I also want to take some time for myself after, you know, to process it all, to enjoy it, and just to readjust things, make things a lot smoother going forward. A lot, for all those reasons I mentioned before, but just settle into my routines. Not just a routine of married life, but my everyday routines, which are part of me, and that will be part of me. So I'm really looking forward to that. And that's kind of what I've tried to sort of quantify this week, or tried to sort of explain of how important that is. And like I say, tried to use the examples of where it's worked. Again, just to show you around me some of the really nice sights here. Absolutely stunning. But yeah, that's been really important. So on top of everything I've got to look forward to, you know, it's a case of feeling that achievement. Again, achievement's the wrong word, but just feeling like I've made the right decision, you know, because when it wasn't working for the first couple of weeks, you know, it was really quite, have I done the right thing? You know, is this the way it should be? Just show you this building, quite synonymous in Nottingham. It's the university building itself. Yeah, it's just a point of wondering whether I'd done the right thing. But I know now, you know, now it's all coming back to me that I definitely have, and that's just by, in many ways, putting myself first. And when you do that, you can help so many others as well, because that's a great way of being able to process things, take on board where things are working, where they're not working, and enjoy everything you've got. When you do that, things are fantastic. When you get yourself outside for a walk, get those endorphins flowing, use your surroundings, the nature, the nice places to take pictures of, and the fact you've got a bit of time on your own, even better. So I definitely encourage that. Definitely encourage you to get out there, enjoy what you've got on this weekend. Like I say, really looking forward to mine. Really excited. It's a football ground I've never been to, so that just adds something else to it. Traveling, taking pictures, doing new things, meeting new people. It's what life's all about, isn't it? If you've got a bit of that, if you've got a connection, we're not actually doing that bad, are we? Right now, it feels like I've got that in abundance, and it's making me really happy. If I can use that to help others who might not be feeling quite so good, or might have had an indifferent week, you know, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I do that? Just encourage you guys just to think about the things I've said, you know, take it on board. I'll show you that there as well. That's down to the main gates on the University Boulevard, anyone who's local. An amazing view from down there up here, but equally as impressive looking from this side, which I've never actually done. So again, just finding new ways to explore somewhere I know, you know, but also exploring my own mind and soul and understanding how it works for me. Like I say, guys, get out for a walk. If all else fails, just get out for a walk on a Friday morning. It's the start of putting everything right, making a change, doing something positive. It might feel sometimes like everything can climb up on top of us, can feel a little bit negative, but if you're doing that, you're making an effort. I've mentioned a few times this week about speaking to 1 or 2 guys. I'll check in with those to make sure they're okay. Of course, people, for as good as I feel, I want people to feel fantastic. And if people have took the time to contact me, especially on the back of DOdaily, to talk about the way they're feeling, you know, I'm going to make time for that as well, because it's important to keep that communication going. I try and put it out in a way here, but two-way communication is absolutely fantastic. Just keep at it. The fact that they've reached out, you know, is the start of sorting the problem out. I was explaining this to somebody early on, you know, if you want to do something, just talk to someone, because don't beat yourself up that you're feeling rubbish because you need to talk. You're taking the first steps to make it right. Like every Friday, I take the first steps to making a good day. Friday's always a good day because I do this to start with. I get to see all the things I do, talk about the things I've done, process it, make sense of it, and look forward. And that's all we can do, guys. Keep looking forward. You know, tomorrow is going to be a good day, I hope. But whatever the outcome of my day personally, tomorrow's always a good day, isn't it? Tomorrow brings new hope, new optimism, and much excitement. Just doing it.